Today I'm going to show you a value scale using different techniques. I can use a pen. This is a ballpoint pen. There's a little ball at the end. This is a pen, but it's a felt tip pen, kind of like a marker. A Sharpie marker and a pencil. I can use any of these things to do any of these techniques. The first one, however, is most suited for a pencil. So pencil shading pressure. Pressure just means how hard you push. So in order to get it dark, I have to push really, really, really hard on the paper. In order to do a value scale, I'm going to go from dark to light. This one I'm going to actually leave white because I want it super light. This one I'm going to push a little bit less hard. But it's still dark because I am pushing hard. I'm just not pushing as hard as I did on the last one. I'm also not going over it as much. This one, pushing a little bit less. And this one I push even lighter. And for some of you, you might not be able to tell the difference between this one and this one. Maybe I'll zoom in later so that you can see that. For the hatching, I used a felt tip pen for this one. I can also use the ballpoint pen. Notice how when I do this, it's going to be further apart. Okay? Very quickly, just so that you understand, hatching is just when you simply have a line going in one direction. The lines are parallel. That means they're not crossing over each other. Now these lines that I made are horizontal lines. I could do vertical lines, or like in this one here, I did diagonal lines. It's still hatching. For cross-hatching is simply taking those hatch lines. So in this case, like I said, we have the horizontal lines, and we just go over top of the horizontal lines with vertical lines. It's just a billion hashtag signs or a number signs. So I'm going to come back to my value scale. I'm going to use my pen again, and I'm going to do some lines here. Now the reason I did it on the big paper first is just so you can see it, because sometimes my hand goes over top of my artwork and it's hard for you to see it. So there you go. Now, scribbling. Scribbling is my favorite. It reminds me of the way I do my trees. Scribbling is glorified scribbling. Now the reason I say glorified is because yes, I'm scribbling, but I'm still staying inside my lines. I'm staying inside that box. So I'm just kind of letting my hand go wiggle, 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 woo! Okay? I know, love my sound effects. So that's scribbling. Coming back here, using my pen, my scribbling is a little bit bigger than it is over here because I want it to be lighter. So it's crazy squiggles, but it's controlled craziness. All right, stippling. Stippling is simply dotting. When you take your pen, pencil, marker, writing implement, and you make a bunch of dots. The closer the dots are together, the darker the area is. So the darker the value. Value is just the lights and darks of a color. In this case, we are using black. If you do stippling with two different colors on top of each other, that's actually called pointillism. Fun thing, you can go check out artists like Seurat Georges Seurat, he did a lot of pointillism, but it's spelled Seurat, so you can always think of it as Seurat the dot. So this, I'm going to stop here. These are finished value scales. If you are interested in doing a value scale, you are more than welcome to do that. But this is just a demonstration of how to do value scales and what techniques you can use and different writing implements.